consider the opportunity for worldly pleasures as the success of life, and that is called as the day, and the deprivation from sense pleasures as the darkness or the night.
Okay.
On the other hand, those who have become wise with divine knowledge, they see these sense enjoyments as harmful for the soul, and hence they view it as night. Okay, so the materialistic people will say that worldly pleasures, the opportunities for them are all those success of life. That is the day for them. Those people, the materialistic people, anything that is they deprive from the sense pleasures, they consider as a darkness. Whereas those who are wise with divine knowledge, they see the sense enjoyments as harmful for the soul, and hence they view it as night. So that is about this. So for the wise and the realized soul, refraining from sense objects is considered to elevate the soul, and that is the day for them. So I think here I can give an example also. For example, we had gone to Dehradun on a tournament for a purpose of playing. So the day when we had landed in Dehradun, son wanted to eat momos. So we said, this is something that you have matches and all, but he said, no, I wanted to eat momos. I'll play better and all that kind of thing. So all his other friends did not eat it. They said, no, we don't want to eat. We don't want to eat. This guy is like, no, I want to eat, mama. I want to eat, mama. Now then I said, okay, fine. We were all hungry also. So, and the momos looked yummy. So he ate the momos. And then we were there for about 3 to 4 days. For the next 3 to 4 days, he was having cold, cough. The weather was also cold. And I think this effect of momos also gave it. And he couldn't play his game actually. So I think this is more appropriate, apt for that old situation.
Very, very familiar story. All of us are like your son only. Something we like, we indulge in it, and then we have suffered. Even though we have done it all through the life, very rarely we learn, isn't it? So it's very naisargika. Naisargikoyam loka vyavaharaha, says Shankara. It is very, very natural way to live. Yeah, it takes a great deal of discipline and wisdom to rise above the natural instincts, definitely. Okay, who else wants to share about this? Kamala, Sneha, Deepa. Deepa is done. Anything else? So who are these guys who want to enjoy? There's a word for them, no? There's one school of thought which says there's only this life, only one life, only the body, mind, that is what is real. So make merry, eat, drink, and make merry. What is that school of thought named? Are you aware? For example, we have Dvaitis, we have Advaitis, we have Vishishtadvaitis, we have so many schools of thought, right? So what is this school of thought called? Are you aware? The ones who just indulge in the body, mind, in sense objects, they are called the Charvakas. Charvakas. Have you heard of this term, Charvakas? So they don't believe in afterlife. See, even other religions like Islam or Christianity, they believe in an afterlife. These Charvakas don't believe in afterlife also. And this Charvaka philosophy is more ancient than Advaita. Very old. So there's a basic instinct. This is what it is. Eat, drink, make merry. Charvakas. What here... what the Krishna is saying is, Sarva Bhutanam ya Nisha. What is Nisha here? What is Nisha referring to in this shloka? Is it night? It is that the sun is on the other side of the hemisphere. That's not the Nisha, no? That is being referred to here. What is the Nisha here?
Ignorance.
Ignorance.
No, non-spirituality.
Yeah, ignorance is non-spirituality. Very correct. Avidya, Ajnana. Hari Om Sumati, welcome to Dharma Kshetra class.
Hari Om. Hello.
Glad you made time. Sumati
Yeah.
is Sneha's sister. Everyone here. And she
Hello,
lives
everyone.
across the pond, across 2 ponds.
Hello, namaste.
Hello.
She lives
Hari
in
Om.
San Diego. Okay. Glad you made time. And we are discussing shloka number 69 of the Bhagavad Gita of the 2nd chapter, which goes like this. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sayyami. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. I'm sure you are familiar with this. It's a very famous shloka and we are discussing that. So what we have concluded that what is the definition of nisha in this particular shloka? What is nisha here? Is it just that the sun, oh, for you the sun is just setting? Is that what it is? No. What
I
is the
think it's darkness.
darkness? Darkness
Of
of
our intellect.
darkness.
Darkness of our knowledge, ignorance.
The intellect. Excellent. Yeah, that's the nisha over here. Darkness is literally darkness is when we cannot see anything. Here, when we cannot see God, when we cannot see the God in the manifest creation, that is darkness, isn't it? So tasyam jagarti sayami. So what happens to the sayami? Sayami is an enlightened soul. That soul awakens into God, something like that, you know. Tasyam jagrati. Tasya, because look at the words which are used here, very, very beautiful. In that he awakens. Means what? The sage awakens from the darkness, he awakens into light, into God. Sayami. Sayami, the literal meaning, oh, hello there, little one. Maya, right? Good evening, Maya.
Yes,
So,
this is my.
yeah. And we all have to do namaskara to her because Maya is the one who traps us, and Maya is the same Shakti who releases us also from Maya. She's very powerful. Shakti is very powerful. All right. So Sayami, literally the meaning of Sayami is one who has all his senses under control. Sanyama, no? The Kannada word Samyama means, Sanskrit word Sayama means control. A Sayami is the one who has got control over his senses. So, Tasyam Jagarti Sayami. Such a one awakens into God. Yasyam. Next. Yasyam. In that in which we awaken, Yasyam. What do we awaken to? When the sun rises, we also awaken. We awaken into a world of names and forms, isn't it? When I open my eyes, I see the world around me. Even my name and form come into my consciousness only when I awaken, or only when I wake up in the morning, not awaken, isn't it? So my body, my mind is also very much part of the world only. Because in deep sleep, I don't have a name, I don't have a form. So when I wake up into the world of names and forms, that too with great eagerness. Oh, yo, I got such a big to-do list. Today, this has to be, I have to tick so many things off my list. That is nisha. That is nisha for the enlightened soul. Isn't it? It is like having a to-do list in my dream. How foolish is that? See, immediately when I say that I'm dreaming, I don't know I'm dreaming. I have got a lot of things to do in my dream. And somebody says, wake up, it is 7 o'clock in the morning. Then I say, no. In my dream, I will say, no. I still have got a lot of things to do. Only then I'll wake up. How foolish is that? That's exactly how foolishly we are behaving in this so-called waking state is what the sages say. That's what we are doing. We are so eager. We are so eager to wake up and do all the things that is, what's on our plate. Actually, we are all doing this in a dream only, is what we are being told. Krishna is telling Arjuna, it's all a dream. But how you play in the dream is enjoy it. Do things properly, but don't get too involved in it. So the enlightened one is awake when everyone is asleep. So the enlightened one with open eyes, he sees God everywhere. With open eyes, he sees Brahman everywhere. That's the difference between the enlightened one and me. when I'm walking around in the same world of names and forms. There's this beautiful story of Good Jeff. You know this man, Good Jeff? The spelling is very, very strange. Gurdjief. Good Jeff. He was one European enlightened soul master. And he had a very, very strange way of teaching. Gurdjieff had a very strange way of teaching, and he was a very, very strict master. Very funny story is when people used to gather for his class, like hundreds of them would stand in front of him. Then he will say, "How many of you believe in God?" Then some 50% will raise their hands. So he said, "All of you who believe in God, you don't have any problem in life. All of you who don't believe in God, for you, there is no use of any teaching. So class is over." He used to dismiss the class like that. So very strange fellow. And so he had one very intelligent disciple. So he came to Gurdjieff and he said, "Master, why you teach me? I want to be enlightened. You teach me." So Gurdjieff told him, he knew the potential of this man, of this disciple. So he said, "You just go, lock yourself in a room. Don't speak for 3 months. You come back after 3 months." That was the instruction by the master to the disciple. So very reluctantly, the disciple went and locked himself into a room. For 3 months, he didn't talk. He was complete isolation and silence. And then he came back, and then he stood with his master, looked at the world around him, and he started laughing. That disciple started laughing. Why did he laugh? He said, "Master, I can see that everybody is sleepwalking." That is how the enlightened one sees us, sees me. The enlightened one can immediately see how an Ajnani behaves in the world. So this disciple, after 3 months of quietness, of introspection, of solitude, he awakened into something. When he came out, he saw that the entire world people are sleepwalking. That is our Nisha. Right? So, but the enlightened fellow, where I see the world of names and forms and chaos, the enlightened person has got a deep stillness within. The enlightened fellow also transacts in the same world he also has the same problems in life. But inside there's a deep stillness, which is what we have to aim at. How does that stillness come? Now somebody else should talk now. We all know the answer. How can we transact in the world with that deep stillness inside without being...
Even after knowing all this, I myself still in the darkness. Why is that?
That is what I'm asking. Why is that? I'm sure people can answer that.
I guess if we meditate daily for a quiet time, we may get the knowledge.
Yes, Megha.
Sweet.
Yeah, we see to sit and meditate. Meditate on what, Megha? What should we sit and meditate on? We should meditate, correct, but on what?
On our mind and the materialistic life.
Oh, wow.
So sweet.
How lovely is that?
We should meditate on the mat, sit on the mat.
We should sit on the mat and meditate. On what? On the mat. Very good. Yeah. So we should meditate on the materialness of the life. Wow, Megha. Materialistic nature of life, we should meditate on. Excellent. So before we understand that, all these classes are very helpful. No, Krishna is giving us a lot of tips on the material nature of life, isn't it? So she's very right. Megha's answer is perfect. So unless we understand in our so-called waking state, we have to grasp all this. And then when we should become quiet and let that sink in. So Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, very, very, very important. Chandra, that is your answer. That is our answer, not just yours. So the more we listen, the more we soak in the knowledge, the more we contemplate, And that knowledge has to convert into, it should materialize in my daily life. It should manifest in my daily life. Otherwise, it's no use. So a child, when you go to school, Megha and Maya and all these kids, and we were all, and all your children, when they go to school, they are told that generally we say the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. But then when they come to a higher class, they are told, no, the sun actually doesn't rise and set. It appears as if it's rising and setting because the earth is moving and the sun is in the center, isn't it? That's the truth. That's a scientifically proven fact. And so children all very excited. Oh, nice. They're excited and they come home. Next day they go back to school and one little child tells the teacher, teacher, you told me the sun doesn't set and rise, but the sun doesn't know. He is simply again rising in the east only. That is the problem with our knowledge, which we don't apply. Isn't that what we are doing? Everything we hear. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಕೇಳಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಸೀತಾ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಚಂದ್ರ? ಹೌದು ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಖಂಡಿತ.
ಅದೇ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಇವಾಗ. ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಯಾತಕ್ ಸನ್ನಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಯಾತಕ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಆ ಮಗು ಕೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬರೀ ಕೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬಾಣ ಬಿಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಟ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್. ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಆವಾಗ್ಲೇ ಅದ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನೋ ಯೂಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್, ಇಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂಸ್ಲೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅಂತ ಮಹಾಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು, ದಟ್ ಅದ್ವೈತ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್, he said, Brahmaham asmi iti jnanam, the knowledge that I am Brahman, realization that I am Brahman, is born out of Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. Iva yaradru nam question paper kotre, we will answer, who are you? I am Brahman. Why? Because we have done a lot of Shravana, we have heard from a master, we will say, I am Brahman, aham Brahmasmi ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವೇದಾಂತ ವಾಕ್ಯಾರ್ಥ ಜನ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಂ, ಆ ವೇದಾಂತ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಅಹಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ವೇದಾಂತ ವಾಕ್ಯದಿಂದ ಹುಟ್ಟುವ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬರೀ ವಾಕ್ಯ ಗಟ್ಟು ಹೊಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲ, ಆ ವೇದಾಂತ ವಾಕ್ಯಾರ್ಥ ಜನ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಂ, ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಫ್ಲಾಶ್ ಇನ್ ಮೀ when I am transacting in the world. So that is the prasada buddhi. ಅದು ಪ್ರಸಾದ. ಬರೀ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಲೈನ್ ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು when we live that, it is called as the prasada from Krishna, right? And so that is how we will be able to manage our sensory systems, which are always taking us here and there. Otherwise, it's just information. Aita, what else? So the sage has got very, very clear understanding of the BMI and the nature of the appearance of the world, mithya, satya, everything is very clear. Whereas for me, there is something called BMI plus Brahman. That reconciliation has not happened yet, isn't it? The reconciliation that everything is Brahman has to happen. The reconciliation between subject and object has to happen. Who is the subject here? I, the one who is seeing. Everything that I see is the object. Subject and object is one anode Advaita. Differentiation ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು easy, which we are living like that. I am different, the world is different, the world is causing me trouble. No. That reconciliation of subject and object is Advaita. Okay, that is when that whole thing, the whole teaching will come to a proper rounded nice conclusion. Otherwise it's not, it's incomplete. Okay, shall we go to the next one, or shall we chant some more and we finish? Can we finish this whole 70? Oh, that's a lot actually.
Purnima, for today, I think 69 is enough, because let others also come join.
This is very important. Yeah, next
week again, we will revise this 69.
Yes.
And after that, we can, go with. So we can take few more, just chant few other
shlokas for now.
We can actually just discuss. But
yes, let's discuss. Actually, yeah, let's discuss. And such this paradoxical language is so beautiful in this particular shloka. The paradox, yeah, Nisha, the Sanskrit is so beautiful here, I feel. I mean, it is very, very charming. No? When the sage awakens to the, awakens in darkness, what is darkness for me? So beautiful. The paradoxical language, the light and darkness has been used so beautifully by Krishna. What else do you want? Nobody else is saying anything. Kamala, come on, say something about this.
Purnimaji, I just thought about this Krishna story where he will be eating this mud and Yashoda will be catching him. No? So when Yashoda sees in Krishna's mouth, he's showing the universe. So I feel that is that not an indication that he's telling that the creator and the creation are same. Everything is in me.
Perfect. Exactly. The creation and the creator are one and the same.
Yeah.
It is called, the subject object is what is fooling us in waking life, no? I think along with my body mind, I'm the subject anta. That's a fallacy we are living under. But the seer and the seen, there is a difference in the waking world. But how can that be resolved, Andre? In one text, Shankara himself, he says, the nature of the object is the moment I see the object, something, say my laptop for now, when I'm seeing the laptop, the name and form of the laptop, I already know, oh, this is a laptop. The moment I see it, the object has turned into a jnana inside me, the knowledge. See, the jnata is the one who knows me, and the jnaya, the one to be known, is the object. So the moment I know what is to be known, the moment I realize this is a laptop, the laptop ceases to be different. It becomes my part of me as jnana. The subject and object have become gnam. The jnana and the jnayam have become, the jnata and the jnaya have become just jnana. There's nothing else in between, is what Shankara says. There's a resolution between the subject and object. The moment my eyes alights on something, the moment my eyes falls on something, oh, this is a flower, finish, the flower is gone, it's become inside me, it's become knowledge. It is so beautiful when you think of it. Gottaithappa principle. Everything is Gottaithappa only. After you know something, where is the difference? Where is the separation? Because it's like me and my shadow. Unless I am there, my shadow cannot be there. Isn't it? Unless I am there, my shadow cannot be there. That means everything I see around me is like my shadow only. Because of me, I am projecting all that. There is no separation between the subject and the object. It's a Gottaithappa. The moment I see, this principle is called as Drushta Nashta Swabhavaha. The Swabhava of the object is that it gets destroyed when the mind alights on it. The moment I see something, the thing to be known is converted into jnana. Finished. There is no separation. Just this one simple principle. Isn't it wonderful? Just think about it. There is nothing, all that I am seeing around me, it is in me as knowledge. Where is the separation?
This is like an eye-opener. First time heard something like this.
Yeah, drushta nashta swabhavaha. I mean, even when I read this first, I mean, I was I was in a daze, just trying to assimilate this truth. Drushta nashta swabhavaha. The moment I see something, there is no difference in me and that object. I'm the one who's projecting it, and I see it, and that's it, it's over. So that's subject and object resolution is done. The whole of the waking world is about the difference between subject and object, Dvaita. And everything is because of the Bheda. Because I don't, I see myself as different from something else. That is what is causing the samsara. Samsari. I'm very sorry, I'm a samsari. No? That is what is causing samsara. When there is no difference between me and the seer and the seen, What fun? Everything is me only. That's all. No, Padmaja?
That's right.
Where are you sitting today? Which TT tournament?
I am at home only today.
Acha.
No,
No chapatis? No kitchen? Okay.
no, that also is not there today.
Acha.
Today I am here, completely here.
All right. Excellent. So, I mean, did this this explanation appeal to you? What do you think? Just let it, soak into you, because I took a few days to like just getting into the skin of this teaching. It is so beautiful. No, there is no subject object. The moment I see something, gottaitappa. Finish. It's in me. And then the next time I see the same flower, it has become a smriti in me. It's become a memory in me, which is why I instantly recognize it. Alva, when first time I see a rose, I don't know it's a rose. Somebody tells me it's a rose. Then it's inside me as a smriti, as a memory. So everything that I see outside of me is nothing but my memory again acting, telling me what it is. So what is there outside of me? Nothing. Just think of it. Nothing is outside of me. Me as the seer, the inside, the gottaitappa. Nothing is outside of gottaitappa. That's the teaching. Sumati, artha aita enadru yen annistu?
I've thought a lot about it.
Okay.
The one part I'm stuck at is it's easy to see everything as God when everything's going fine. But when there's a censure, when somebody scolds you, that time it is really hard to take it. And the mind is haywire, it goes all over the place.
Correct.
So how to rein back? For me, it's varied. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's really hard.
Yes.
So some way I need gauging to make it.
So all of us have this. So what I need to recognize is, Sumati, that this disturbance in the mind, is it just it's only in the surface. See, was the disturbance there yesterday before somebody said something? No. It has come now when it is getting disturbed by something. Will it be again there tomorrow? Or maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, 1 month later, will you have the same disturbance? No. It would have gone. Alva. So what does it mean? It just comes and goes, Anta. The disturbance also is just an event like night and day. It is coming and it's going away. So why give it so much importance? Just look at it. Nobody is saying don't get disturbed. But what Krishna says is look at it as a separate event. It's as a passing event in your life. When you're disturbed, the mind is disturbed. I get hurt. Everything is happening. All the peripheral things which are associated with the disturbance, they happen. But what do? I separate myself from that when I am calm enough and say, tomorrow it will be better. Day after it will be better, because it's just a passing phase. I am not disturbed. See, that is called the upadhi. Upadhi is what I am imposing on my real self. My real self is Atman, Brahman, whatever it is. It can never be disturbed, because it is Nirguna Nirakara. On that Nirguna Nirakara, I have imposed my body and mind and the world on that Nirguna Nirakara. Therefore, there is Saguna Sakara. So, in the body-mind complex, all sorts of things will happen. Everything is happening. In fact, the only place where it can happen is in the body-mind complex. It cannot happen anywhere else. You have, see, it is very, very difficult. Yeah, like you said, it's all theory-wise, it's all fine. But that is why the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is very, very important. This wrong understanding, what we have inside, that owning up all the troubles in my life, that has to be rewritten with this real knowledge, that I am, this is a passing thing. So in one of the shlokas, Krishna says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya, shitoshna sukha dukkhada. Shita, Ushna, everything. That means it's a general term for all the troubles in life. They come and go. Matra Sparshas the Kaunteya means the sense organs, they keep exposing the body-mind complex to all sorts of experiences. Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukha, everything comes. What do I do about it? That's what Sumati is asking. That is what all of us want to know. So, yeah, I'm exposed to all this Sukha, Dukha and all that. So what do I do? Tam titikshasva bharata, he says. Krishna says, you have no choice but to, you should, titiksha, you should have to tolerate it. You have to go through it. There is no choice. Agama paino, they come and go. Agama paino, tam titikshasva bharata. Arjunange Krishna helodu, ಹೌದಪ್ಪ ನಿನಗೆ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನಿನಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿದೆ, ನಿನಗೆ ದುಃಖ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ನಿನಗೆ ಸುಖ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಚಳಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಶೆಕೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಡ್ಕೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಸುಮತಿ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇವಾಗ? ತಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವ್ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಡ್ಕೋತಾನೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಚಂದ್ರ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಆಮ, ಅದೇ ನಾನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು.
ಹೇಳು.
As she was telling no ಸುಮತಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರೋ ಇವಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನನ್ ಮಗ ಬೈತಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ.
ಹೌದು.
ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬೈಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ನಾನೊಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕಸ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬತ್ತೆ.
ಆಯ್ತಮ್ಮ, ಹೇಳಿ.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇನಾಗತ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬೈಯೋವಾಗ ಒಂಚೂರು ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಠಗಳು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್, ಲಿವ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಫ್. ಅವರು ಕಿರ್ಚಿ ಸುಮ್ನ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇದೇನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. 2 ದಿವಸ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ನೆನ್ನೆ ನೀನ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಸರಿನಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ವೇರ್ ರಾಂಗ್.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ.
ಸೂಪರ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಚಂದ್ರ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಬಟ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಗೇನೆ ಒಂಥರ ಖುಷಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಓ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೋತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ವೆರಿ ಟ್ರೂ, ವೆರಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಚಂದ್ರ, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಸೆಡ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಟ್ರೂ. ನಾವು ಅದ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮೊಳಗಡೆನೆ ಒಂದು ಒಂಥರ ಶಾಂತ, ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ಪೀಸ್.
But it is not that easy.
Yeah, not at all.
We will be agitated, but it's okay.
It's okay.
That time, at that moment, if you bear it, no,
yeah,
then you can win everything.
See, exactly. That is exactly what Krishna says. Agama.
In my house, we used to fight like dogs and cats. But now, after learning this lesson, I will never talk. Just keep quiet.
Super.
After some time, I will make him sit. Tell him that. This is what you did. Is that okay? ಮಾತುಕತೆನೇ ಇರಲ್ಲ.
ನೋಡಿದ್ರ?
ಸಾಕು ಸುಮ್ನಿರ್ತೀಯ ಇವಾಗ.
Hello.
Yeah. I want to say something about this.
Yes.
See, Chandra said we have to keep quiet if somebody is shouting and all. And Nirmala also answered, you have to keep quiet and see, when you keep quiet if somebody is shouting, either you agitate or keep quiet, that will be lingering in your mind always, for the day at least. So without getting it lingering in your mind, what we should do? That is the question. Okay. You can agitate or leave it, or next day you can tell somebody like that. But the present moment, what you have to do to get it out of your mind, that's what Sumati wants to know.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand. So that is when all this Vedanta Vakya should come. That is, like Chandra said, okay, when you are quiet, see, because of the so much Shravana Manana, Chandra has understood something. That's why when when the son was shouting at her, before she would have shouted back. Now she is not shouting. Why? Because that knowledge has gone deep inside her now to a certain extent. That is why she is able to deploy that knowledge. So how not to make the mind disturbed, and it's not possible, because the nature of the mind is to get disturbed. It is not. You can never expect a time when the mind will always be at peace. Impossible. The mind is also like an organ, like a liver or a kidney, which is constantly processing stuff. Alva? Mind,
Correct.
ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೈಂಡ್ ಖಂಡಿತ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಿತವಾಗಿರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಖಂಡಿತ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫೂಲಿಶ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್. ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ವಾ?
It's so difficult to be so strong, not to get disturbed by
ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
That is why we are joined this class, ma. If you keep on attending, no? So everything will like we can forget. As you said, it will be lingering in the mind. Of course, it will be. But you should after when you do this one sadhana, that time it goes off. Even those people who scolded us, no, even they will repent.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ನನಗೆ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ನಂಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಜ್ಞಾಪಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಯ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾಳೆನು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾಡಿದ್ದೂನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಅದನ್ನ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹಾಯಾಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಜ್ಞಾಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವಾಗಲೇನೆ ಹಾಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆಯ್ತು ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, 10 ವರ್ಷದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ನಂಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ದಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ ಮೀ ನೌ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ನೌ ಟುಡೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ ಮೀ ಟುಮಾರೋ. ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ತಂದ್ಕೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೆ. ಹಂಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಲ್ವಾ ರಮಾ ಅವ್ರೆ, ಇಷ್ಟ ವರ್ಷ ಬಂದಿರೋದು.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವೇ ಶೌಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವೇ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್. ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ,
ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇಸ್ so difficult to avoid.
Listen to some soothing music, ma. Then you can overcome everything.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ದೇವ್ರೆ, ಅವರೇ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್, ಸುಮ್ನಿರಿ ಚಂದ್ರ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. Listening to music always gives peace of mind. I always do it. Listening to music. When we are doing something, I put on the music and listen. That's a really very, very soothing, have a very soothing effect on anybody's life.
ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳು ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಏನೋ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ದು ಪೀಸ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿ 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 ಆ ಒಳಗೆ ನಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಸನೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬೇಜಾರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡೋದು, ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮಗ್ ನಾವೇ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. See, the natural tendency of the mind, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ these vasanas that are full of ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದೊಂದ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೂ ಆ ವಾಸನೆಗಳು ತುಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಯ್ತು, ನನಗ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ನಾನ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆವಳು, ನಂಗೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಧಾನಕ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಭಗವಂತಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ರೀರಿಟನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದವ್ರು. ರೀರಿಟನ್ ಗುಣಗಳೇ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಶಿವಾನಂದ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರು ಮಹಾತ್ಮರಿದ್ರು, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್, ಶಿವಾನಂದ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಹೋಗಿ, ಪಾಪ ಈ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ ದೊಡ್ಡ ರೋಗ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮೈಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಗಿನ್ಸರೋ ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಬಾಧೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತಂತೆ. ಒಂದಿನ ಅಂತೂ ವಿಪರೀತ ಓದಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಂತೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅವ್ರ ಶಿಷ್ಯರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗ್ ನಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ, ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ವೆಲ್ ಅಂತ. ವಾಟ್ ಏನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ. ಆರ್ ಯು ಓಕೆ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫೈನ್ ಅಂದ್ರಂತೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫೈನ್ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋ ಬಟ್ ಯೆಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಯು ಸೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಏಕಿಂಗ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಏಕಿಂಗ್. ಓ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೆಲ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರಂತೆ. ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ದ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ, ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮೇಜೋ ಕುರ್ಚಿನೋ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಹಂಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇಳಿತಾ ಹಂಗ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಆ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನನಗೇನು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದ್. ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದ್ ಈಸಿ, ಕೇಳೋದ್ ಈಸಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೂ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸಾಧನೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಜೀವನ ಸಾಧನೆ. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಧನಾ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ. ಬಟ್ in this lifetime also guarantee ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬಿದ್ದೇ ಬೀಳತ್ತೆ.
Yeah.
Swalpa mattige, I think it'll make a difference. Like Chandra said, on small ways we can go on correcting. If first to conscious, we have to correct our responses, reactions to my own idu. Now kadme madkota hogtivi. What do you say, people? Kamala, all of you agree or not? That
the more we quiet, I feel the more we realize our own about ourselves. Now in tap ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು, I feel.
See,
the more we are,
there is no need to dwell too much of nanen tap ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಅಂತ. I am also an object only.
No. I mean, when we don't respond, when we don't react, right? When we don't react to a situation, we understand ourselves better, I feel.
Yeah, correct.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬೈದಿದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಮ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಷ್ಟು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ನೋವಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀ, ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
Correct. We hurt people whom we love the most, and we get hurt by people who same thing. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಹಚ್ಕೋತೀವೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಹರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಮೀ. ಯಾರೋ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯವ್ರು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಏನೋ ಬೈದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕೇರ್, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನೀ ಬದಿರ್ತಾಳೆ ನಾಳೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಮನೆಯವರು ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ, ನಿಜ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್.
ಮನೆಯವರಾಗ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಾಗ್ಲಮ್ಮ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಹೌದು, ಅಷ್ಟೇನಪ್ಪ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾಳೆ ಹೋಗ್ ಟೀಚರ್ನ್ ಕೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಯಾತಕ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋದು, ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು that's the only method we have. There is no magic pill. There is no magic pill. It is only rewriting of the vasanas with constant shravana, manana, nididhyasa. That's all works. Nothing else works. I am sure all of us agree that it has helped us a little bit in our lives, in our own lives. Yes, no? Kamala, do you agree? Has life... No?
The thing is, no, we are, why the attachment is towards oneself. Like, because we feel ourselves to be so great, but that is when other people tell something against us, we feel hurt. And we are reacting and not responding.
Yeah, like Sneha said, I don't realize why, how, what I did to trigger that in that other person. We don't realize. Yeah, I am always in the right kind of situation. Irutte, nija. True. So a lot of self-introspection, lot of self-control, lot of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. What else? But sometimes when I am right also, when I know I am right also, people don't respond properly to me. That is also there. It's not that I am always in the wrong. That's also there. ನಾನು ಏನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಏನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟು ಸವರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು the world will again come and trouble me.
ಅಲ್ಲ, again when we are quiet, when we are just witnessing it quietly, ಅವಾಗ ನಮಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ the nature of other person and all that. And again with all these this kind of Shravana and Manana in the form of the kind of questions that you've been asking, and I feel I mean, at least I'm able to witness any such, unpalatable situation as something. It's not permanent.
See, that's
it's not real.
That's the key. Not real. The key. Not the key. That's another thing. Just Ramamani ಅವರೇ, ಸುಮ್ನೆ just think of the dream example. ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ ಏನೇನೋ, ಕನ್ಸ್ಗಿಂತ more than dreams you get nightmares, I can say. ಏನೇನೋ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಏನೇನೇನೋ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಎದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಗೋಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಇದು waking dream ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಬಂದ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರು ಗುದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ನಾಳೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ನಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನಂಗೆ ಹೊಡಿಯಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? We cannot take revenge on the person who hit me yesterday in my last night's dream. That is how we have to treat the waking dream also. That's the only way. We have to.
That is.
ಅದೇ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ನ ಅವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
That is right meaning of this shloka, alva. Yanisha sarvabhutanam.
You're right.
Appropriately you explained. Very nice.
No, I think similarly ನಾವು react ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ when to situations, when we react and we don't respond. Again, I feel there's no need to be very harsh on ourselves. We are also objects.
Absolutely.
We are also not real. Our mind is also not real.
Not real.
So there is no need to be harsh and regret and let that
also,
affect our future actions.
Howdu. If I'm at peace with myself, automatically there'll be some more peace around me also. I should be at peace with myself in the first place. Alva. So a tsunami bandre adu baratte papa. Tsunami heng kansat namge huge waves which just demolished towns, that tsunami. But underneath the tsunami, there are 10,000 feet of quiet, still water in the ocean. Thara, in the depths of myself, I am still only. All the tsunamis will keep happening in life. Don't give it importance. Ashte. Don't wish away the tsunami. It's not possible. It is going to be there. Because ಹೋಗಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಯುಕ್ರೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲೋ ವಿಕ್ರಾಂತ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಖುಷಿ, ಇನ್ನೇನಾಯ್ತು ದುಃಖ, ಇನ್ಯಾನ್ಗೋ ತಲೆ ಕೊಚ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ದುಃಖ. See, these things are, the constant inputs are there. But what to do? You have to draw from the quiet stillness which is underneath the tsunami. 10,000 feet of calmness of the ocean. I am that calmness. ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಆ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾಳೆ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ ಶಾಂತ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೋ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್, ದ ಓಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೋ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮೀ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. That way,
yeah. Right? Actually, one thing has been helping me personally. Whatever you had mentioned a few classes earlier, when we have some negative feelings, alva, replace it with actionable thoughts. It can be any action. It really helps a lot. Nan experience alli
ಅವರು ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಸುಮತಿ ಅಂತ. ಹೇಳಿ explain that to them.
Yeah, I shared it with Sumati.
Yeah. Actionable thoughts ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈ ಕ್ಷಣ ನನಗೀಗ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಮನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಕ್ಷಣ ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಡೂ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಪಾಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದ್ ಬಿಡ್ಲಾ, ಹೋಗಿ ಹೊಡೆದ್ ಬಿಡಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ. ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ಯು ನೋ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್, ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಲಾಪ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಅದ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇನೇನೋ ರಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ತೆಪ್ಪಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ತಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ Neha mentioned, convert everything into an actionable thought. What can I do about it right now? Ashte. All you can do.
Allah, in fact, my mother is herself the best example for that. She is always into some action or the other.
So nice. That is why her two daughters are coming to Bhagavad Gita class. That's a samskara she has given you. It's a fantastic thing. Very nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Close for the day.